Man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period. Welcome back, everyone, to the What Do Women Know About Sports Podcast. I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
What's up, Victoria?
Going on.
You know, it's a new week.
I know, right?
I had a birthday.
You did. Was it lit?
It was pretty fun. It was really chill.
Cold.
Very cold, but I'm used to having, because I'm a January baby, so I'm used to it. But it was pretty chill, you know.
All right. What
Got
you do?
a lot of love.
You know?
Went to this place here in St. Louis. It's like a social club. It's like if you have a Dave and Buster's in your city, like an upscale Dave and
I never
Buster's.
went. It's like a Dave and Buster's for real?
Upscale Dave and Buster's, like the games are free.
Okay.
And then there's a live band.
All right.
It's pretty chill. And there's karaoke.
Oh, okay.
Just
Nice.
get there early because
Sounds
it was
good.
packed.
Oh, okay.
Really packed. And I wasn't a fan of that, but I had fun. Other than that, it was, you know, a really cool weekend.
All right.
So how was your week?
It was pretty cool. You know, nothing new.
Watch anything exciting in the sports world?
Yeah. We'll get into that, but yeah.
It's been a lot of
Right.
exciting things happening this week. For starters, let's jump back a week
Yeah, because
and let's talk about this WNBA pay increase,
right.
which I feel like is long overdue.
Of course.
Very long overdue, but I'm really excited for the women because they are getting a pay increase, which I feel like they should have been had.
Right.
So yeah, like I like that. What do you know about it so far?
Well, so basically, the WNBA, they'll average a six-figure salary for the first time in the league history.
For the first time, a six-figure salary.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
So, I know, but you know, you got to think about most people aren't. Well, yeah, most people aren't watching the WNBA.
It doesn't get the recognition that it deserves.
And the
yeah.
market is, you know, it's
I
not.
get it.
It's not. Obviously, it's not the same as the NBA.
It's not as
far as,
popular.
right.
Yeah.
So, you know, of course, you can't. They're not going to get paid as much.
True, because they don't have the. I feel like because the NBA is more popular and they have more sponsors, it's on more it's on TV more often.
Right.
It's a longer season.
If you actually watch the games, like there's barely anybody in the seats.
Yeah.
So,
which is surprising because if you watch like college basketball games, the women, those stands be packed with fans. Which is like, you know, like you get that's kind of confusing.
because I mean, do people actually pay, like they have a choice? Like in college, do they have the choice to pay for seats? Like
So it depends. I'm sure students get in free,
right.
but it be people in the stands too, like parents, other people who may live in that town, like who may like the team. Like I know for a fact, like with UConn being a hot commodity, especially the women's team, their stands are always packed.
Okay.
Especially for the women's, because that's my favorite team as far as college go. I know their stands are always packed, and so I just don't get like why it doesn't translate over into WNBA, like, you know, like fan support. But it happens. The pay increase, I will say that it's long overdue because a lot of them are mothers, and like they still have to go overseas just to even make ends meet.
That's how they supplement their income, basically.
So if you don't know, many of the players in the WNBA, because they aren't getting paid what they deserve here in the league, they go overseas and pay because it's more money. But when you do that, like you are really playing all year round, and so it's wear and tear on your body. It makes you like you're tired. So I get why some people don't do it. But then, like, if you don't do it, like, where is your other income coming in from? Like, do you have, like, a side gig? Or are you doing other endorsements? So it's kind of like a win-lose situation for the women.
Right. So, basically, there's a 53 increase in total cash compensation, which is made up basically of base salary, performance bonuses, prize pools for new in-season competitions, and league team marketing deals. So basically, like the top players, we will be able to earn like over $500,000, basically half a mil, which triples like the previous deal. and then other players will have the chance to earn between like 200,000 and 300,000.
Yeah.
So also it guarantees like a better player experience. So like as far as like traveling, so they will be guaranteed like an individual hotel room for each player.
Cause I feel like they travel coach when they fly. Whereas like NBA teams, they have a private plane for them.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
and they also say it's going to be an upgraded class of plane travel too. So
Cause they fly coach. That's ridiculous. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm a regular person, so I fly coach. But if you are a professional athlete and you have to travel to another city for a game, especially and you play a sport like basketball and it's a pro sport, you fly. There's nothing wrong with flying coach. Nothing.
Let's get that straight.
But if you are a pro athlete and you are traveling to another city for a game and you're flying coach,
almost like every night.
Like every night, like to and from, like
Right.
you're traveling coach. Whereas players like the Golden State Warriors or any NBA team, they hop on a private plane. The only time I know these women don't fly coach is if they're traveling for Team USA, because Team USA, they got the funds. Which I just feel like that's really a letdown for me. Like, it's kind of disappointing. So here's like some stats for you guys. It says the annual base pay for the league's highest paid player was $117,500, and it's going to $215,000. That's pretty good. It's going to offer other benefits. It says the league's top players, they can earn compensation in excess of like $500,000. That's what you said. The 2020 salary cap will be on $1.3 million, up from $996,100 in 2019. So it's going up a little bit, which is pretty good. And players will receive on full salary while on maternity leave.
Right.
So that lets me know that before this, women in the league who had babies, they weren't getting paid. That's crazy.
That's sad.
So you're gonna punish me like for doing
for basically creating life.
For creating life. Okay, cool. Moms, like, come on, really? Like, I'm being punished. I can't get paid because I'm creating life, and because that's what women, they have kids. So I'm
for basically wanting a family.
So basically, I'm a pro athlete. I can't have a family. Cool. Okay, that's ridiculous. And along with that, they will receive like annual child care stipend of $5,000 and guarantee a 2-bedroom apartments for players with children. So players with children, before then, you just had to live wherever.
Well, this is a step, I guess, but
I guess. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not disappointed in the step because I feel like it was well needed. I don't know why it took so long. This is 2020. This league has been around for over 20 years. It should not have taken this long.
I know, but like you also got to think about the market. Like this, like the big issue though.
Yeah. So I'm happy for the step. I think it's going to benefit new players that's going to be drafted into this league and players who are currently still playing, and then those who have retired, I'm sure they can see the growth. So it's going in the right direction. Hopefully, the next change, it doesn't take over 20 more years.
Yeah. So
ridiculous.
I know.
Anyway, while on the topic of the WNBA, Maya Moore, if you don't know who Maya Moore is, I don't know where you've been living. Maya Moore
she's a vet.
She's a vet. She's pretty dope. She plays for the Minnesota Lynx. She is a full-time WNBA champion. She is, I believe, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She currently did not play during this past season.
Right.
She took time off, like, for whatever personal reasons. That's her decision, and you cannot fault her for that, because I'm sure she plays year-round. I believe that she does play like overseas as well.
Right.
So I'm here for all of that. However, Maya is taking another year off, and so Maya will not be playing in this upcoming season.
And why is that?
So I believe that she's gonna be focusing on like prison reform. If you don't know, she's originally born in Jefferson City, Missouri. so it's kind of close to St. Louis. She's going to be focusing on prison reform. It's a particular person who is in prison here that she doesn't feel like should be there, and so she's trying to fight to get him released.
Right. So it's for the release of Jonathan Irons.
Yeah.
He's a 39-year-old. He's serving a 50-year sentence in Missouri
50.
after conviction for burglary and assaulting a homeowner with a gun.
Okay.
So that's what she's focusing on right now. She's like basketball at this point is not in her, like, it's not her focus right now.
Yeah.
So that's why she's taking another year off. She says she's not planning to retire yet, but she doesn't feel an urge to return to basketball.
Listen, if you find another calling in whatever if you found whatever, if something else makes you happy or is driving your passion at this point, at this moment, do it. If you feel like this is important to you,
Right.
and this man, it may be somebody that she knows, who knows, whoever it is, like, to you, and if this is your driving force, like, every day, do that. I cannot be mad about it. I'm never disappointed in people following their goals. Do this.
Right. I'm kind of happy, like, all these celebrities are, like, kind of focusing on, like, criminal or,
Yeah, it's kind of like,
reform, like,
I mean, like, Kim K does it. I don't really care about Kim, but it's whatever.
yeah.
But she does help, so I guess, yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty happy for Maya. Like, I feel like, I mean, it's gonna be sad to not see her for the second year, which
Right.
means if she doesn't play, like, she won't play in the Olympics either. So that's kind of sad. But if something else is your driving force every day, and this is it, hey, by all means,
Right.
shoot for the stars, Maya. So hopefully she comes back next year,
Yep.
because she is a really dope player.
Right.
I like her. So shout out to Maya Moore and the WNBA, because we love it.
I know.
I love it.
I know.
I love it. So let's talk about these New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay, so
My favorite subject, the National Basketball Association.
exactly.
Yeah.
So okay, so Zion Williamson was the big talk this week because everyone knew his debut
Mhm.
was on Wednesday,
Yes.
January 22nd.
And they played against the
San Antonio Spurs. They hosted the San Antonio Spurs.
Pause. Here's what I will say. It was really dope of me to watch the game, and when they would fan the camera to the Spurs bench and you would see Becky Hammond on the sideline, I just love seeing her as a coach. Like, come on. Like, you were a WNBA legend, and now you are a coach for
She's like the first female.
possibly.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But she's pretty dope. I like seeing her, and Tim Duncan is also an assistant
Right.
coach too. I don't
Right.
care for Tim's hurt at the moment, but he's going through a phase.
I guess
You saw his
that's,
hair?
that's yeah, I did.
Okay. Whatever. I mean, he's a legend. I can't. Okay. But yeah, back to Zion. His debut.
Right. So Zion made his debut. His debut was everything and more.
It was.
But I gotta mention, because you said, I gotta bring up what you said. You was like, man, I don't think, you didn't believe the hype. You didn't believe in him.
I didn't. So it's not that I didn't believe in him. It was just that
You didn't think he would come back and do what he did.
I didn't think he would come back and be like what we were hoping him to be when the season first started. So I'm not saying I don't think he's talented, but it's just that, like, he was off more than half of a season with a knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to come back in the same season and be all you can be, like Army Strong.
Right.
And so that was what I was getting to. And to my point, his first 3 quarters was kind of slow.
Obviously.
He only played 4 minutes in quarters 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, here's the stats. So, okay. So he played 18 minutes total.
But the first 3 quarters, it was short. He was on the court real short.
Right. I mean, that's understandable though.
And he never was out of a light jog going down the court. Like, he wasn't he wasn't pushing it, Victoria. So it kind of had me a little worried. But
Okay, so he scored 18, or he played 18 minutes. He scored 22 points, which is not bad for his
Yeah.
first game in the NBA with the
Yeah.
big boys. He had 7 rebounds
And 3 assists.
3 assists. He scored 8 from 11 from the field goal
And
4 from 4 from 3-point.
But you have to explain how these points came about.
So these points came about in the fourth quarter.
the
Though.
fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter, he scored 17 straight points in a span of like 3 minutes.
And yes, that was his spurt. And here's my point. The first 3 quarters was moving kind of slow for him because like he would be in and then coach would pull him out. Even in that fourth quarter when he was on his run, and I will say he went on a run in the span of 3 minutes, like he scored 17 points and was 4 from 4 from 3-point line.
Right.
That's amazing. But then coach still took him out.
He took him out in like the 5-minute mark.
And Zion had got them ahead in points.
Yeah, he did.
And then you took him out.
And they ended up losing.
And they still lost. However, when Alvin Gentry, who was the coach of the Pelicans, when he did his press conference, like what he said was that it really wasn't my decision. It was the medical staff because they want to still kind of monitor him. Because if you watch the game, like during one of those quarters when he played and then they took him out, they took him to the bike to like ride the bike a little bit. So you don't know like what they're monitoring really like with him. But I will say that fourth quarter showed you what he's going to be about.
What he's capable of.
Yeah, like 4 from 4 from 3.
Dude, when he hit those threes, like his feet barely lifted from the ground.
His 3 ball is not the greatest though. Like the way he shoots it, it's really low.
That's what I'm saying. Like his
It's
feet
a low.
barely like.
It's a low arcing 3. Like it doesn't have an arc. Like Steph Curry has an arc. It's really low.
Well,
but,
I mean, he's not
a 3-point shooter.
He's not a guard, so.
But he make it work. He made it work that night.
He's no Steph, but
his debut overall was lit.
It was great. But say what you want about Lonzo Ball, but I noticed every time Zion had that ball, Lonzo fed it to him.
Yeah.
Right. So say what you want about him, but he's
coming to his own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, him being away from the Lakers.
I feel like they all are. I feel like Brandon Ingram is becoming a better player. Like, I think they're coming to their own as players. And then the Pelicans put on a great show. Like Zion got them over the hump, and like they were winning.
Man, that crowd was hyped.
Like hyped. I wish they would have won.
I know,
but I mean, it is what it is. He had a great debut. I was kind of iffy during the first couple of quarters when he would be in there, and then like they would take him out, and he did have a couple turnovers, but that all is null and void because he showed out in the fourth quarter. It was lit.
Right.
Really dope. I like
I feel like he still gotta trim down a little bit.
Yeah. I told you he did not break out of a light jog.
Yeah. I mean, he looked good. He looked good out there, but.
And you could tell, like, when he was hitting those threes, his confidence was rising. So that's what I like to see. Right. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I can't wait to see
like what he brings.
Look, I know, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I know.
Like I was rooting for him anyway, but like it's just kind of hard to root for somebody like when they're not playing and they're on an injury.
No, but I mean, kind of not, because you've seen what he can do. We've seen what he did before his injury, so it's not really a surprise.
I don't really count preseason.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Even when he was in college.
But that's college. It's a different ball game.
So?
I saw what you did in college. Yeah, I know what you're capable of, but it's a different ball game in the pros. It doesn't always translate well. For example, Christian Laettner was a beast at Duke in his time. Once he gets to the pros, he really wasn't that great. So we can't like say I was gonna translate well. Sorry.
No good.
Yeah. But overall, Zion had a really cool. It was dope.
Right.
Good debut. So hopefully
keep it up, man. I know.
Yeah, keep it up. Just practice, and I want him to.
His team got his back.
Yeah. They were excited for him.
I know.
Because I noticed that when he was in his fourth quarter spurt, a player was going to the check-in sign like to relieve him, but each time he hit a three, that person went back. So like, I guess they were like, what's the point of bringing him out when he's on this momentum? But they still took him out. So that sucks, but I think he had a really good game.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. So speaking of NBA, All-Star It's next month for the NBA.
It is Valentine. No, yeah, February 14th, right?
Yeah, that's the weekend.
Yeah.
It's that weekend. And they have released the All-Star captains and the starters for the Eastern and the Western conferences. If you don't know, it's clear that for the West, LeBron James is the captain.
Ooh.
And for the East, Giannis is their captain. The starters on the West are LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden.
Stacked.
But clearly, the starters on the East are the captain, Giannis, Trae Young, Joel Embiid, Pascal Siakam, and Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
Here's my thing with the East starters. Joel has a broken finger. Like, is he even playing?
They might have somebody replace him. Okay. Obviously.
And I saw the video of when Trae Young saw that he was named a starter. He was very emotional. I think that's a big moment for him. It's a big moment to even be in this league, but to be chosen as an all-star. I mean, that means that people feel like you are playing at your best in this season.
Right.
And so he was emotional, and I'm excited for him. So in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna be able to see Giannis and LeBron pick their team.
I don't like that whole picking.
You
I don't.
What
like
don't
it.
you like about it?
I just.
It's kind of like dodgeball. I'm just
in a way,
asking.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just like kind of old school. Like I just miss the old school way of how All-Star games were. I don't like this whole picking thing.
Because here's my thing. So I'm not against it, but my thing is that like when you get down to like them last two players, it's just like, oh, I'm the bottom of the barrel. Cool. I mean, I'm an NBA player, but I'm like the bottom of this barrel. Like I must not be good. Okay. That's how it would come off. Because that's how it comes off if you were on a playground and you're picked for dodgeball last.
Great.
That's how it comes off.
I know. But
So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not against it, but I do get your point. It's probably not the best way to pick an all-star roster. It's definitely not the best way. It's not the best way. But I guess for them it works currently, and they're going to televise it again, so it may not last forever because I don't think many people, I mean, some people may feel how you feel, but you will never know until they change it. And I don't see this way changing anytime soon because it's newly implemented. So, which sucks.
Right. Moving on. Listen, if you watching this March Madness is approaching, right?
Yeah.
So
Making a bracket.
no, I'm not making a bracket this year.
Okay.
No. Are you?
They always bust. So what's the point?
You never know.
I mean, I'm not getting.
You could be that one in. in
Here's the thing.
You never know.
When making a bracket, there's always going to be a Cinderella story, and you never want that. But it's always a Cinderella story, and that one team will always bust your bracket. And I don't want to take those chances.
I know. Well, so I don't know if you saw the Kansas and Kansas State game.
I'm disgusted.
Man, let's discuss it, okay?
I'm disgusted.
So you saw it, right?
So I didn't see the game, but I saw when I went back to watch highlights.
Right.
And Kansas was winning.
Yes.
They were up, and Kansas State was definitely losing on the losing end. I still don't understand what happened.
Like toward the end, like what
Yeah,
what happened?
I've been watching that video, trying to really dig into it and see what would cause this type of fight to happen at the end of a game.
Right.
It wasn't during the game. This was at the game was over.
The game was So basically, okay. So the game was pretty much over. I don't know which team was it that pretty much stole the ball.
It was Kansas State that stole the ball.
Okay, so one of the players stole the ball, which was unnecessary to begin with.
They were already losing. However, you play to the buzzer buzz.
You do play until the clock says 0-0-0.
So he was still playing.
But that was unnecessary for him to actually steal the ball, and then for him to for the other player on the other team to actually like block the ball, that was unnecessary.
But you play till the buzzer says, "Ah," and the clock says 00. I'm not mad about that. So what I'm mad or not mad. What's irritating is that after he blocked the ball and the other player failed, you're over him.
He stirs him down.
That's what for what? You already done blocked the shot. For what? But then after that, the camera kind of fans, and so then you don't see what, and then it fans back. So I don't really know what caused.
Right, what happened after he did, like when he got up. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what happened at that point.
I don't know.
But all we know is we saw a chair being picked up.
And one person who was fighting wasn't even in uniform. Who are you, sir? What team? Where do you go? He had on a black shirt, white pants, or jeans. Who are you? You're not even no basketball. What team are you with? Who are you? Here's my issue with the entire fight. Benches are not supposed to clear, and they cleared. Everybody should be in trouble at this point because you cleared your bench. I'm just really confused by this whole ordeal because I don't know what happened. I don't know. I didn't like the start down. The picking up of the chair is really ridiculous.
Thank God somebody took it, but
it's right. They took it, but it's the fact that you were even going to throw it at somebody. That's the disgusting part. And I know that the players are all sorry. He's really sorry. I don't care about your apologies. Like, it was the fact that you were going, you thought in your mind, oh, let me pick up this stool or this chair. I'm finna holler at somebody. You think that's the mindset of somebody we want in a pro sport? No, I'm not for that.
Right. So at first, that player was suspended indefinitely.
Indefinitely, he was definitely suspended indefinitely. But then he came back. He was suspended for 12 games.
Okay.
So he will be back in time for like actual March Madness, like when that starts. And he got the most suspensions, which he probably should have because, like, listen, you picking up chairs, big boy. Like, that's a problem for me, Victoria. I don't like that. Like, I'm irritated by it. Like, I can't get over the fact that you actually thought in your mind, oh, it's a fight. I'm in this fight. Let me pick up a weapon. You could have hit a coach.
You could have hit an innocent bystander.
An innocent bystander. Then what?
You could have hit your teammate. Like, dude.
Like, come on.
Whatever it was, it wasn't that serious. So
it was not that serious. But he is suspended. And this player's name is it's Silvio de Sousa. Silvio de Sousa.
You and these names.
That's his name. Silvio de Sousa. Okay, so here are the game suspensions. So, like, Silvio de Sousa is suspended 12 games. And David McCormack is suspended 2 games. James Love is suspended 8 games. And Antonio Gordon is suspended 3 games.
Okay.
I just think it's all disgusting.
That whole thing was just unnecessary. I'm sorry. Like, from the moment he stole the ball, just let it ride. Just let it ride. Just let the minutes ride. Just let the seconds ride. It's okay.
To 00. 00 and that buzzer goes, you play. My problem started when you stirred the person down. Now, after that, like, when he got up, because the camera fanned, we can't see what happens. My other problem was all your benches cleared. This random person who wasn't even on the court, he got on a regular t-shirt and jeans. He hopped in the fight. Who are you? And then you picked up a chair. Those are my problems with this whole situation. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Like, I don't know, like, what, like, did something happen, like, before, like, during the game?
So, So I've heard
something had to lead up to that whole fight.
I've heard that it's always, like, intense when these two teams play anyway, which is fine. Like, I know some rivalries are very intense, and shit happens. I know, but this should never happen. And if there is ever like on court fights, your bench should never clear. That's the rules for it. That's rules. Like whoever's on the bench, you're on the bench. Where you? It doesn't involve you.
Well, the game was over. Technically, the game was over.
You still cleared your bench. I don't care. Bench still
The
cleared.
game was over.
They should all be suspended. But I mean, I don't make these decisions. I don't work for NCAA.
They should all be suspended. Who gonna play?
They shouldn't play. They shouldn't play at this point. But like, I don't make these decisions. I don't work for NCAA. It's probably a good thing because I'll be like, nope. So do you feel? So you watching the footage? Do you feel like 12 games is enough?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Maybe he learned his lesson.
Do you think indefinitely like would have been too much?
I should have been suspended indefinitely. Nah. 12 games is cool.
To think about your situation. So when he comes back, do you think he would still be a starter? Because I wouldn't make him a starter. Like, no, you're gonna ride.
You will punish him.
No, you're gonna ride my bench. You're gonna ride my bench. I don't care. I don't care how good of a player you are, but because you caused this mess, when you do return, no, you're riding my bench. I'm calling you dead last, even if I have to call you. Because I would be mad as a coach. Like, you putting me in a predicament as to where I even have to even think about a scenario like this. Yeah, I'm going to make you ride my bench. Yeah. Because that's coach's decision anyway, who plays.
Right. So
yeah, you're riding my bench. That's disgusting.
It is. So.
And I think that comes with being older, because I used to love watching fights.
Well,
but I'm older now. I think it's disgusting. It's not no point. I'm like, what are you getting out of it?
Well, I mean, to be fair, they are in college, so
they owe them to know better.
Well, did you know better when you were in college?
Yeah. This isn't about me, Victoria. but yeah, I don't like it. But I do feel the suspensions are probably because it's their decision. It may be fair. I can't say for sure. But I do think that their repercussions should have been passed out, and they were. So enough of them, because I don't cheer for neither one of those teams. I don't. It wasn't Duke, so I don't care.
Oh God.
Are we a Duke hater? Victoria, I'm really disgusted by this co-host partnership because you've never seen a Mighty Ducks.
Oh my, we not going there.
You don't like Duke.
Going there.
Victoria, you're losing points. In a minute, like you're gonna be down to 0. I'm gonna have to find a new co-host.
That's fine.
No, it's not.
No. But I'm gonna watch Mighty Ducks, okay, and I will give a full analysis.
Whatever.
Okay.
That was 3 weeks ago.
That was right, but it's cool.
Whatever. If you are in the land of St. Louis, Missouri, this weekend is the NHL All-Star Game.
All right. Isn't this like the first time it's been here?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah, right.
Because we won.
Right.
And we're in good standing.
We are. We still killing it. We still number 1, right?
In this, probably not a
right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're in good standing. I think it's gonna be a pretty lit weekend. If you have tickets or if you plan on going, go. Enjoy the festivities. Like,
the weather will be nice. You know, it's not snowing.
Listen, it's not.
Because it's snow.
It is a little slushy out here. But yeah, go enjoy the festivities. Like, be a part of like what is the NHL league. Like what is hockey. I think you will enjoy it. Like, I was really trying to go because I wanted to see the skills competition. Mm-hmm. But I could watch it on TV. Like, I live here.
Right.
Yeah, go enjoy it. Just be in the atmosphere because I'm kind of jealous because I'm not going.
I know.
It was this. So if you don't know, I work at a university. A student today had on the all access pass. He lucky I didn't take it.
He used to intern. Why he didn't get the hookup?
Man, I was like, when he walked by, I was like, that's a NHL All-Star. He on the hat and the pass. I was like, I might need to take this. But I have a, I'm joking. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty lit weekend.
Yeah.
And the Blues coach is the coach of the Western Conference team.
Okay.
So that's pretty lit. A few of our players are all-stars.
Right.
So they're going to be there as well.
So they got the skills challenges
tomorrow.
On Friday. It's Friday. Or is it Saturday?
It's tomorrow.
Saturday, okay.
Because
so
the actual All-Star game is on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to watch I probably will watch the game. But if it comes on around the same time as the Grammys, might have to pick.
Yeah, I forgot that. We got to skip the Grammys.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in like years.
Oh my God. You just losing more points. More points. It's okay.
It ain't what it used to be. We got to support look, they're in St. Louis. We got to support.
Yeah.
Get the Grammys.
Speaking of St. Louis stuff, if you haven't yet, still go buy your tickets for the XFL game.
Yeah, it's fastly approaching.
Approaching next month.
Yeah.
In February. Got to support our Battle Hawks.
Battle Hawks?
We need a whole new name. I'm not impressed.
I like that.
I'm not impressed.
Battle Hawks. Ugh.
That sounds it's really long. Battle Hawks. But listen, we have to support.
Just call them the Hawks.
No.
You don't like that?
Whatever. But I want to support. I want to go to a game or a couple of games. And the games will be at the Edward Jones Dome. Listen, we're finally getting use out of the dome. Because, it's just there.
It was just empty. Yeah.
Well, I was there Sunday for the Monster Jam.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
First of all, here's the thing. I am not into monster trucks. It's not my jig. That is not my thing.
Were you dragged?
Yes. But I enjoyed it when they hit flips. If they wasn't hitting the flip, I wasn't enjoying it. So, that's pretty much it. But we are gonna be using the dome for XFL games, so make sure you check that out and get your tickets. Because you might see me or Vicky D there at the game. Right. We trying to be out here and visit and be out here with y'all. Cause we love our city.
We do sometimes.
Sports wise,
I know, right?
Sports wise, great episode, great week.
Yeah.
Next week is gonna be really fun because Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, and okay, you losing cool points because we discussed who was performing halftime, and I said J-Lo and Shakira, and you like Shakira. I'm like, you don't know any Shakira songs. Lost cool points.
Here's the thing, no disrespect. That's not my culture.
So you like J-Lo.
I know who J-Lo is. I like J-Lo as Selena Enos Dinos. And then I like her as an actress. And enough. Sometimes.
But I don't know Shakira.
I know who Shakira. Look, Victoria, I know who Shakira is. She was a judge on The Voice a couple of seasons, and I know she had a song with Beyonce. But I don't know any of her records. That is not something that I'm going to be out here like, ooh, let's play a Shakira song. No.
Don't be hating on Shakira. But they're going to put on a good show,
But it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it is going to be a good game.
We plan on discussing that with y'all next week.
So, my prediction.
Already?
Mm-hmm. I feel like.
You feel like?
I feel like the Chiefs are going to take it.
That's what I'm leaning towards. Chiefs. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Pat Mahomes is just
I'm bandwagoning the Chiefs this week. Pat Mahomes, he's a beast.
Yes, sir.
I don't rock with the 49ers. I support Cap.
Well, most people may feel the way you feel.
That's it for me.
And go for the Chiefs.
I support Cap. I don't rock with. Oh, speaking of football, if you have not heard, Eli Manning is retiring.
Aww.
The last of the Mannings.
I know, right?
Because Peyton already retired. Peyton out here doing commercials.
Tom Brady sent out a tweet, congratulating Eli retiring.
Do you think Tom Brady's going to retire?
He need to.
I feel like Eli Manning had a really great career. So happy retirement.
Right.
Yeah.
He can chill now.
He can chill. Well, great episode.
Yeah.
Good week. We'll be back next week for sure to discuss this Super Bowl. Go Chiefs.
And more to All-Star, NHL All-Star.
More of that because like that would have passed.
Right.
Yeah. If you do not already, make sure you follow us on our Instagram. The Instagram is WDWKAS Podcast.
And the Twitter is What Do Women Know 1, and that's KNO number 1.
And please find us on YouTube and listen, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. The YouTube is WDWKAS Podcast. Again,
Slowly.
WDWKAS Podcast.
All right.
As always, I'm Bree Nicole.
I'm Vicky D.
We'll see y'all next week. Peace.